running this for about, what, 3 years straight?
Yeah.
And I get off looks every time. Fletcher Cox told me that I should take it off last year.
Well, we weren't going to take it off.
Yeah, of course not. I don't care how big he is. I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Nah.
I am sitting down here with one of my favorite receivers ever with the Dallas Cowboys, Brice Butler. Listen, I was just clarifying. You had Dak Prescott and Tony Romo as your quarterbacks, right?
Well, I mean, Tony was there. I played with Tony for a half.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, like my first game for the Cowboys was the Philadelphia game, Week 2, 2015, when he broke his collarbone.
Broke his collarbone.
So
okay.
I caught a lot of passes from Tony in practice. I wish I could have got some regular season action with him.
Okay.
I mean, when you look back at my career, every quarterback I played with.
So Brandon Whedon was your quarterback.
And Matt Castle.
Matt Castle. What do we have?
And then my dog, Kellen Moore. Shout out to Kellen Moore.
Your dog, Kellen Moore.
That's my guy.
That's very interesting.
What do you mean?
That's very interesting.
Why? He's my teammate. That's my boy. And we had a great relationship.
Well, I mean, he's getting ready to be the coach. I think it's official. Is it official? Yeah, he's about to be the coach of the Saints.
Who?
Okay, but they said it looked like
it can't be official. They're about to play.
Well, it said that they about to. It probably when the Super Bowl's over, they're going to announce that he's the coach of the Saints.
Dope.
So
I might try to get a job.
Oh, really?
No, I don't want to go.
I was going to say because you might Tashard Choice.
Yeah,
he's with
the Longhorns.
Right, he was almost about to be the Cowboys running back. I just talked to him the other day.
Oh, word.
He was almost close. They ended up going with somebody else, but
man.
Yeah.
You got a raise in Texas.
Oh, he did. Oh, why would he leave then? he's doing good. So talk to me real quick. After playing with Dak and seeing where Dak is now, where's your status on Dak? How you feeling about Dak Prescott?
I mean, obviously Dak, his game has improved, over the years tremendously. I always say this all the time, like, I wish I had Dak when Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator, because my career, or obviously I say Tony Romo when he played because he was a veteran, but when I had Dak, Dak was a rookie. Dak was a second-year player, like, trying to find his footing in this league. So I didn't get the Dak that was just tossing the ball all over the place. I got the Dak that, was just trying to make sure he didn't turn the ball over. Coach Linehan, tried to have him go certain places with the ball.
Ironically, his best season was his rookie year so far.
As far as record, probably.
Right, record-wise.
But not stats.
No, not stats-wise. But
man, I think Dak's first year, he made it through for 300 yards once.
Right. Well, it was a him and Z combination.
That's 13-3 as a receiver. I want that ball coming out. I would have taken Dak any of them years after I left. Not the year that I came back, but like any year, like 19, 20, 21, 22. What? I wish I was playing there. God, Cedric was all them boys was balling.
Right.
Come on, man. I would have had it.
You wanted some of that action.
Come on, man.
So, Dak, we saw the progression of Dak. I remember at the beginning he wasn't a good passer, but I felt like when he got with John Kitna, that changed his whole. John Kitna really got Dak Prescott right. I mean, I remember one time Dak was walking and he just threw the ball. He hit like the little pylon at practice one day. I was like, man, before he couldn't do that, but once he got with John Kitna, he was able to make throws and do stuff like that.
Yeah. When was John Kitna there?
He was his quarterbacks coach.
When?
What was the year? Okay,
I don't even know.
It was the year before he snapped his leg.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously got a guy like John Kitna.
It may have been like 18 or 19, somewhere around
there.
Playing
the league for a long time. Very relatable guy, I'm sure. I haven't met him, but I'm sure he's a very relatable guy. And, it's easier to coach quarterbacks when you play. I'm not saying he didn't have a quarterbacks coach because I can't think of his name right now.
It was 19. It was 19, right? That's what I'm saying. It was 18 or 19.
But you got a young guy.
Wilson.
That
Was it Wilson? Wade Wilson?
Wade.
Wade Wilson.
Yes. My dad's teammate.
He stood on it. He stood up for that.
Yeah,
he stood on the thing for that.
He was there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm sure John Kitna, did everything he could to instill some things in Dak, and obviously Dak is throwing that ball. Like, he throws the ball with the best of them in the league. We've seen so many times where like they kind of mask or silhouette like the player, and then show stats side by side, and his numbers are basically identical to Patrick Mahomes. The only difference is Super Bowls. And playoff wins.
So you had the pleasure. You played with Dez Bryant. So now you see CD. What do you see some similarities, or what do you see? What do you see between those?
Similarities, big play ability. 100%.
100%.
the way they get those big plays, in my opinion, is different. Dez wasn't really a fast guy. He was quick.
You threw that ball up. He was coming down with it, though.
He was agile. He was strong. So it was hard to bring him down. So, yes, he got a lot of yak yards, especially before he hurt his foot, before I got there. He made a lot of big plays on his feet. But, like, Dez's strength is what you said. Like, you put that ball in the air, he's coming down.
I mean, him and Tony Romo had the most unstoppable play in
he caught like
football.
80-some touchdowns. Like, and they were more than half of them were fade routes on the red zone.
Back shoulder throw.
Oh my God! So, yeah, I mean, I think CD is really versatile. Like, I don't know how tall CD is, but the way he moves around, he looks like he's short. I don't know how tall he is.
He does look short on TV. He
looks short on TV, but he's really agile. He can run. He looks fast. He can catch the deep ball. He can take the short ball to the house. His yak is crazy. I don't think he has that. I'm not saying he can't do it. I don't think his like attribute bars like mossing people is as good as Dez is.
No, I don't think he's that type of receiver.
But he makes plays.
But he makes plays. He's a playmaker.
Playmaker, 100%. So similarity, playmaker, and the other similarity, both were 88.
So do you think? I personally think that Dez might be one of the greatest Cowboy receivers.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not say that?
You know, everybody tell you it's Michael Irvin.
But
I honestly, it's going to be playmaker because he won the Super Bowl. That's why everybody says it.
Most people are going to say that are older.
Right.
I mean, people that are our age are going to say it's Dez.
Right. 75 touchdowns, right?
Different types of players, but I mean, and I'm sure you go older than that, they're going to all say it's Drew Pearson.
Right.
So it's, you know how it is, man. It's errors. Dog.
So the coaching. Mike McCarthy. Do you feel like?
I mean, he should still be the coach.
Oh, you think he should still be the coach?
Okay.
12 seasons.
So you think Schottenheimer should be the coach?
No, but I understand why they went with Schottenheimer.
I don't.
Well, okay. The reason why they went with Schottenheimer is because they didn't want another coordinator to come in here and have to teach Dak a whole new playbook. At this point in his career.
So you would have to done that with Mike McCarthy?
Say that again?
You would have to done that if you kept Mike McCarthy?
No, I'm saying that's why they hired. That's why they promoted Schottenheimer.
No, don't promote Schottenheimer. Keep McCarthy. If you can't find another a coach, I'm sorry. If you can't, I'm losing my voice. I'm trying.
You're good.
If you can't find another coach, keep McCarthy. But I think the problem was they didn't want to give McCarthy a long.
Yeah, deal. McCarthy wanted 5. Jerry was thinking more like 3.
That's still stupid. To me, that's dumb.
Well, okay. I'm going to tell you why I agree with that to a certain extent. If you saw the quarterback and the coach go hand in hand,
100%.
Right. So if you're going to keep the quarterback, you should really keep the coach. And I think the quarterback, and like I said, they go hand in hand. So if you're going to get rid of the coach, it's kind of like you're saying we're getting ready to start over and tank it. But they was like, we're committed to Dak. So no, we're going to keep that, but we're just going to get rid of the coach. I feel like Schottenheimer went in the room and was like, yeah, that was all Mike that did all those plays last year. Now, I ain't going to do all that. You know, you give me the shot.
It got to be deeper than that.
You think so?
I mean, it can't be as easy as just going in there.
Yeah, well, he was like, well, you know, those are all Bryant. Because remember, Bryant, he was Double MC as I call him. Double MC, he was the play caller. He called all the plays. So he was like, man, I ain't draw them plays up. He ran all those plays. I told him what to run, but he did this.
I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay. We'll say it off here. I just feel like that's what happened in the room, and Jerry was like, you know what? That sounds like a really good idea. That is what it was.
That sounds so dumb.
I'm trying to figure out how Schottenheimer got the job. The only way he could get is if he say, man, I ain't do all that.
Schottenheimer comes from a family tree of coaches.
Marty and them.
So, yeah. I mean, it could have been one of those. Jerry obviously likes to make splashes. So
well, then he would have
just be like, I'm gonna get him. Nah, Dion wasn't gonna leave.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Jerry would have had to. Jerry would have had to buy Dion's contract.
Dion's probably one of the smartest coaches out there, and he ain't gonna make that dumb decision to try to coach Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa.
He wouldn't.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Why would he do that?
What's so dumb about it? Well, I mean, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Are you asking me because you just want me to tell the fans? Are you asking me because you legit don't understand?
I want clarification. I want clarification. That's what I want. I want clarification.
Why? Okay, let's talk through this. Okay.
Talk me through it.
What is the rumor behind all coaching hires in Dallas? What are they?
What are the rumors?
No, what are they? The coaches, whoever signs for the Cowboys as a coach.
Oh, that you don't get that you don't get to control what it goes on.
So what does that mean? Yes, man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shots fired at Jason Garrett. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I love Jason. Jason's my guy, but that's the rumor. I said what's the rumor? That's the rumor. Okay, cool. Is Deion Sanders a yes man?
Not at all.
Okay. Deion Sanders has the keys in Colorado. The keys. Can do whatever he wants. Got his own TV shows. He got Tubi with Roxy. He's selling sunglasses. He's selling shoes. He can do whatever he want to do. Why was he going to give all that up to not have control over a Dallas Cowboys football team, not the organization? He was not going to have control over the football team.
Now, you make
there is no now.
You make an excellent point.
There is no buts.
You
Why
make an
would he
excellent
do
point.
that? He's not going.
They reported said if he was offered the job, he was going to take it.
He was not going to take it.
He wasn't going to take it.
That's just.
I believe you when you say that.
That's bull crap reporting.
Okay.
It's bull crap.
I believe you when you say that.
He was never taking that job. I'm sure they had a conversation. That would happen.
I believe you when you say that.
I can't really talk no more, so I'm going to leave on that.
Mic drop. That's it. Brice Butler, thank you so much for sitting down with me.